What is up, my Strong Heart crew? Welcome back to another squishy makeover. Today we're going to be doing a squishy makeover on this adorable little deer. She has a few rips and tears here and there, and we're gonna have to patch those up with some puffy paint. I've already done a little bit of a procedure on her ear and her horn up there earlier on off camera, but now we're gonna get into fixing that big neck tear. So we're just gonna shove a little puffy paint in there, which I originally thought would work. But I've had a situation like this before, and I just had these nagging suspicions that it wouldn't work. So I decided, first of all, try just filling it up. And there was this little crack there that I thought would be a problem. So I thought to myself, why don't, instead of taking the easier route, why don't I add in a little bit of fabric glue and seal it with a rubber band, do the classic method, and that actually worked. Here we are a few hours later. It seemed to have glued itself down to a part that wasn't ripped. I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe it was the rubber band, but I decided to just peel away the excess puffy paint and it had sealed. And so it was time to do our good old-fashioned base coat. This, even if you don't do a full white base coat, even if it's just like a thin layer, it's like the crumb coat in baking. It's all tying together now with me. But now, while we're waiting for that to dry, let's make some colors. We're gonna use Mariah Elizabeth's pickle paint, we're gonna mix together a deep green, and we're gonna mix a watermelon color to go with these greens. Yes, we are making a watermelon deer because it's summertime. This is always so chaotic, and here's what ended up happening when I tried to make the watermelon color. We don't talk about it. But I know in the last video I was just complaining about, hating all the watermelon stuff that's everywhere because there's so darn much of it. But I've gone to the watermelon side. I don't know, I had some watermelon again the other day, and it's so good. So I wanted to honor my delicious watermelon experience by theming this deer after it. We're gonna paint it that nice, cutesy watermelon color, and we're gonna polish up those nice little horns and hooves with some black. We're gonna add some green freckles and some light green eyes that kind of look like nightmare fuel currently. But once we add some pupils, they're gonna get looking better, okay? Don't worry. We're not gonna have any problems. I hope. We're gonna add some green colors to that bow, which I originally thought would give it plenty of a watermelon rind feel, because this just wasn't giving me watermelon vibes. So I decided to sit down and just think about it for a while I was adding the watermelon seeds to her, which, either made her look like a ladybug or the watermelon vibe I was going for. So I decided to use the end of my brush to add some round pupils, which looked very cute, but I thought I could take it the extra mile, so I gave her a little green smile, more watermelon vibes there. And then I thought, what if I add a little highlight in the eyes? Maybe that'll make her look cuter. And so that turned out looking really adorable, but she looked a little bit too white in the face areas, like it was just pure ghost white. And so I figured maybe, eyebrows could fix that. So I tried adding some eyebrows, and I liked the first one that I did. The second one ended up turning into chaos, but they ended up working out, kind of, in the end. But then after that, I had no more time to waste time working on the face. I had to get working on the back and the back of the horns. And I originally thought I was just gonna leave it without any seeds, but for consistency's sake, I decided just throw in some seeds. Not to mention I added some little watermelon waves on the bow to really emphasize that watermelon vibe. Here she is. We're gonna call her Melanie. I think she's so cute. Oh my goodness, she looks perfect on the shelf.